Hey yo! What's up, everybody? Why can't I hear myself? Hold on, chat. I'm hearing myself. That is not good, man. Okay, never mind. We good. What's up, boys? What's up, boys? Welcome back to another stream here on the YouTube channel. Another day here at QTC Factory. Yesterday was pretty intense. We had a pretty intense trading day yesterday. Hopefully, we can have the same today, but catch some W's. How are you? I'm very good. How are you, my brother? Bard left the stream. Yeah, guys. First of all, I was streaming for 8 hours yesterday. Why ain't nobody say shit? Ain't nobody say anything on Discord. Ain't nobody text me anything. But my computer, well, I closed stream, or I didn't close stream. I ended stream. I went out. I was out with friends. I came back. I had streamed till like 10 p.m. Chat, my electricity bill is gonna. I'm gonna go broke. My electricity bill is gonna be like 5K. Y'all got me fucked up. What's up, man? What's up? Nah, but that's crazy, chat. Y'all should have told me something. Y'all should be like, yo, Bard, close the damn stream. And I would have closed it. But anyways, shit happens. What can you do? Let's see. We can make it better. Ooh, okay. All right. So let's see, chat. All right, so I guess y'all want a gold analysis. Well, I can give you a gold analysis. No worries. So, oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days, chat. That's a 4-hour flip. There's a 4-hour flip. I need a nice wick filler. 42. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the 4-hour flip because it's gonna be the 50. The 15 just kind of broke structure, so I'm not gonna take the 4-hour flip. But it's looking real nice. I can't lie. You'll be the first trade that gets bankrupt because of stream. I swear. All right, boys. Let's see now. So, nothing more to say than yesterday. Honestly, I'd made the analysis yesterday, and the analysis still stands. The analysis still stands. Like, there's no real point in making another analysis because it's the same thing. We look at the daily. Daily is still looking quite bearish, right? You're in a bearish trend. You still haven't broken the trend on the daily. You have respected these lows, though. You have respected these lows, and you have started to come up further, right? But again, you still haven't broken structure. The daily break of structure is up here. You have to close above this area right here on the daily, and that's gonna determine if you break structure or not. So far, you're currently still bearish, in my opinion, on the higher time frames. The 4-hour is neither in an uptrend or a downtrend. You're kind of just consolidating the last days, or the last day. When was this? This was Monday. Yeah, yesterday and today we've just been consolidating within this range. Now, again, I've told you guys this yesterday. What I want to see is I want to see a breakout out of this range. So either a break above 3,265.8 or a break below 3,211. Why? Because those are decision areas. So as you guys see right here at 3,265.8, we have a decision area. What is the decision area? It's in the bootcamp. So if you guys haven't watched the bootcamp, go watch it. But basically, it just tells us that every single time price taps this area, boom, 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 you make a hasty and big move. Boom, boom, boom. Which means that you don't have any small movements here. Every time you tap this area, it's the same thing. You make a big move. You either dump hard or pump hard. And that's the case for the last week? No, like forever, because you've never been here. Like, this was the first time you tapped this area and you pumped and then you rejected. So every single time you've tapped this specific area, you've pumped or dumped. So expecting the same thing here, obviously. That's where we're looking for sells at 3,265, right? Looking for sells up here because we do expect it to be a big rejection once we tap that area. Do we have news in 2 minutes? Hopefully not. We'll see in 2 minutes, I guess. I'm not even bothered checking. What? Wait. Wait, chat. Give me a sec. Give me 1 sec. Where is it that? No. All right, there we go. Okay, perfect. I just had to pull up my my trade locker, my funded account on Next Level Funded. If you guys want to account for Next Level Funded from Next Level Funded, which is the best platform on earth, go buy a funded account, 35% off if you use code BD35. Anyways, back to the charts. So, like I said, sells from 3,265.8 because, again, blowing off these tops, grabbing liquidity above these highs, even grabbing this liquidity, stop people out, and then push down from there. Because every single time you tap this area, you've seen the same history happen over and over and over again. Even when you came from the same places. When you came from these areas, you rejected here. When you came from this area, what's going to happen? You're going to reject right there. History repeats itself. The charts are no different. So I'm expecting sells from 3,265.8 and sells below 3,211 on closures. Now, for buys. For buys. Now I'm trying to see if this 4 hour will likely fill the previous wick. But it's a strong rejection area. That's why I'm not entering. Because again, if you look at the 5, you're going to tap right into this rejection area here, which I don't like at all. So I don't really want to take the 4 hour flip, even though it would have been a good position. The 5 minute is just too dangerous, and it's looking like it's the 30 minute. Oh yeah, the 30 minute also has a very small bottom wick, so it's looking to come down so far on gold. But on buys, where can we look for buys, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, I guess buys would be on closures above this range right here, because you've tapped this area now, right? You've tapped this area, you rejected off of it, meaning that when you tap it again and break these highs, it should be a quick fill up here, because previous times that's been the case, right? It's always almost filled this area right here and tapped into this area and filled this range. So I guess buys would be on closures above the most recent high after a retest. That would be my buys. So I'd probably wait for us to close above this high right here and then a retest down, and then that could be my buys up here and then a sell from here down. That's my prediction on gold. That's what I think is gonna happen. So we had no news. All right, perfect. But New York did open. So this is the New York candle. Again, we wanna look to sell above the New York candle and buy below the New York candle. So we could also look for buys somewhere in this. This is kind of a void. I'm not gonna lie. We have a void right here. So buys from here would not be bad either. So just mark that up real quick, like so. I need to make a void template. Hold on, chat. Let me make a void template. Boom. All right, what color do we want the void, chat? The void should be should make it red, black. No, we make it. Let's make it like red. Boom. All right. I like green maybe. Let me make it red. Make it red. I forgot I had chat. Chat, I forgot about you, my bad. Okay, text. Void. Inside. Center. Boom. Let's make it fat. Let's make the void text. That. Boom. Template. Save as void. All right. We got a void template now. Boom. Perfect. So we got the void there, chat. So buys from the void. Pretty simple. We got a void. We got a compensation play. So we're looking for buys right here off this area. Voids a fair value gap or no? Yes, but we don't want to say fair value gap. It is a fair value gap. It is technically a fair value gap, but it's a little more strict than a fair value gap, because fair value gaps happen more often than voids. So you don't get a void every single time you push, right? Which you do with fair value gaps, basically. What's the best long-term stocks app or like firm? I don't do stocks, and if I do stocks, I use a Swedish app. We have a comp with void. Is valid? Yes, it's valid. And then on other pairs, let's see what we got. Okay, AD dumped like crazy. Any comps on AD? We had this beautiful comp on AD. Unlucky it didn't come up and tap it, so you couldn't grab that. But AD looks very, very, very fucking bearish. Almost tapped into that area. I'm thinking AD should break the lows again. Let's see, GU. No comps on GU. I mean, you had this, but this was against the trend. UJ. Oof, that would have been an Omar entry though. Or no, this is a beautiful comp. When was this? This was today. Today at 11:45. So this, hopefully somebody caught this. Did anybody catch this, chat? Beautiful comp. Beautiful comp. Broke structure. Imbalance with you. Beautiful comp right here on UJ chat. Anybody caught that? I did. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See? When you learn the comp, you're good. By the way, the comp video will be out on the bootcamp. For anybody that don't know about the comp, the compensation play video will be out in 2 days on the bootcamp. So make sure to stay tuned on the channel because the bootcamp is almost finished. Almost finished. I did. Should I hold? Tell me the TP. You're holding still? Bro, I would say close. The UJ has now become imbalanced to the downside instead. And on the higher time frames, you're just creating that. Look at that. Look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour has no bottom wick. And the 4 hour is just creating the lower high right now. So, yeah, I would say look to close. You should have closed up here. But, I mean, since you didn't. Bro, what kind of comps are you guys taking? What kind of comps on steroids? It's supposed to be a 1-to-1 RR. What are you guys holding for eternity? This was supposed to be the RR. This was supposed to be the comp. This is how you play the comp. Your stop loss would have been below this low right here. And your TP would have been at a 1-to-1. Now you've officially caught a... Dude, that's what kind of RR is that? That's 2.5 RR. I mean, guys, congratulations. If you held, but damn, you guys gotta learn how to. I mean, that's not sustainable. I'm telling you guys, we're back tested shit. All right, the most sustainable way is the 1-to-1 RR. Alright, gold is currently pumping. The 4 hour just flipped. The 4 hour has given you guys 30 pips, so it wouldn't have played out. Let's see. Let's get gold more here, because if we were to... I want to get gold more here. So let's see if... let's see if this would have played out. So obviously the play I was looking to take was the 4 hour flip. So this was the play I was looking to take. Like so, right? That was the play I was looking to take. So now let's see. Oh no, not this. This was the play. So now I'm trying to see if this would have played out. So if I get FOMO or GOMO. Bro, watch on Euro. I'm on short Euro. Should I hold this till gap? Euro USD, are you talking about? What kind of Euro? You can't just say Euro, bro. Which pair? Which pair combined with Euro? Excuse me. You want a sec, boys? Your USD, alright, let's see. Let's see what I'm up. You are on a short. Short from where? You should. It looks good. I would say hold, bro. I would say hold. Simple. I would say hold. If you're on a short, I'd say hold. If your stop loss is above this high right here, you could hold. If your stop loss is somewhere here, then close. It all depends on where you entered. Because you have a beautiful compensation play to the downside. Beautiful compensation play with a wick fill. And a downtrend on 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour double top. So I would hold this if I was you. And 4-hour tap into a decision area. Easy hold, bro. Easy hold. GP USD had a 4-hour comp, but you had an imbalance, so it's not valid. Let's see if gold can enter. If gold can get us an entry off that void. Might place a buy limit right off of that comp right there. Let's see, gold. Oh, stop loss will be pretty big, I think. 32.17. All right. Now we wait and see, boys. Now we wait and see. So this is what we're looking for. You marked out that void, but 32.30 is also the daily flip. Yeah, but that's no worries. That's no worries. The daily has a big bottom wick. So it's not going to be, it's not going to, I'm not worried. I would have been worried if the daily had a disproportionate bottom wick, because then I knew that you would have needed to create that bottom wick. But since it already has a big enough bottom wick, it's not of any concern to me. Your view on DXY? I'd say DXY looks quite bearish. You're in a bearish downtrend on DXY. You're also failing to break structure to the upside on the 1 hour. Just tapped into 1 hour comp, and you have already filled this imbalance right here, most of it. So what I'm thinking on DXY is you might tap into this area right here, because you do have this void. So DXY might do something like this and come down, which will perfectly align with our gold position, right? So I'm on DXY. Short-term bullish, long-term bearish. So bullish for the next couple of, I'd say, like maybe 30 minutes, like the next couple of hours, and then bearish for the rest of the day and tomorrow. But overall, it's looking like bearish price action to me on DXY. Did you catch the no wick on gold? No, I didn't. I wasn't looking at the charts. I was unfortunately not looking at the charts. So no, I did not. It was a nice though. So congrats to anybody who caught that. One sec, guys. All right, boys. Why are we waiting for this comp even though there's too many candles in between? By the way, because it's a void. So it's a void play as well as a comp. So it's not, the comp isn't the primary play here. The primary play here is a void and the comp is just an extra confluence. Brother, how should I stop looking at the charts 24/7, bro? How should I stop overdoing it? Find other things to do. Find other hobbies. Find other things to occupy your time. Trading shouldn't be your life. I mean, you can be your main priority and main hobby, but having trading as your main hobby means having it as your secondary. Trading is, listen, this is how trading works, all right? The better trading you are, the less time you spend on the charts. So the higher priority trading has in your routine, the less you have to do it. Which means that find other stuff. That's why trading is so good. That's why you can combine trading with so many other businesses or so many pursuits in life. Because the best traders are the ones that spend the least time on the charts. They have their system, they have their strategy, they know what they need to do. So I don't know, man. Join a run club, join a football team, study something, work, right? Do something else. Do something else that will occupy your time. Start a business. Start another side hustle. There's so many things you can do outside of trading. Because again, trading shouldn't occupy more than 2 hours of your day. You have 2 hours a day. That's your trading window, right? And if you have your strategy, if you're already back tested enough, then you're good. Then you just need those 2 hours a day. Then you don't need anything else. So that's what I would say, bro. Try to find other hobbies and genuinely get your mind off the charts. Because the more time you spend on the charts, the higher likelihood there is that you take a bad trade and do stupid shit in between trades. So yeah, find a hobby. You think that comp will play out, Bardo? I mean, if it comes down far, won't it continue down? Nope, because that's a void. So I think it'll grab liquidity. But right now it's looking like it just wants to come up. So if we close above here and get a no wick play, I could easily enter that as well, because we do have a 1 hour closure. Hello for President. Hey, hello, bro. That's nice. That's nice. I'm glad to see that. Where would the SL be for the wick, for the no wick at 32.27? 7. The stop loss would have to be 23.17. You said with the Omar entry, it's 40% more likely to get in. That means that 10 out of 10 trades without Omar entry would have been 6 trades, right? Yes, that's true. That's true. But also, it's also the other way around, because those 6 entries that you get you'll get a better entry. Is prison or prison? Is that a city, or did he mean prison? No, he meant Prizren, which is a city in Kosovo. What's good, Chad? What's good, Brill? How you doing, man? Glad to be here. All right, boys. I don't think gold is coming down. I don't think we're getting that gold position, so we're going to look for sells from 3,265 instead, up here. And if we close above here and we get a no top wick, we'll look to get that no wick play as well. GU, nothing really happening on GU still. Just retesting that trend. AU also has a void right here. We're just looking to retest. So you see something like this on AU happen as well. Yeah, we'll wait for gold. We'll trade gold today. We'll trade gold. We'll satisfy our dopamine systems. You mentioned 2 hours a day for trading max. Yep, exactly. That's a good, maybe it's not max, but that's a good threshold. After 2 hours, you should know, bro. And when you journal, this is what you learn about yourself. When you journal, is that you learn when you're trading the best. That's the case. That's why journaling is so good. People think journaling is just for trading strategy. No, journaling is for yourself, for your mind, for everything. Because you will learn. All right, you can go back to the journal and see, all right, during these times I performed the best. Therefore, I will only start trading these times. Trading other times will just just decreases my win rate. So I took a buy from 2333.2 and closed at 2032.45 because I thought it would start rejecting and coming back down. But that's a good, bro. You caught a good 120 pips there. Good shit. Follow your strategy. That's what matters. What is the best session for you to trade in, and what if your setups do not happen during that period? The best session for me to trade in recently has been London session. Has been best for my strategy. I trade New York because it works better with my time zone, but London session is probably the best for the strategy I trade. If a setup does not happen during the period that I trade, I close the charts and I come back the next day. As simple as that. I have other work to do. I have other shit to do. So yeah, I don't get tight because I don't get any positions. I understand that the market will be here and that patience is rewarded. So it doesn't bother me at all, quite honestly. And also when you have other shit to do, bro, like I don't have time to sit and think, oh, why didn't I get my setup? Oh, like that's unprofessional thinking, chat. You gotta act like a professional. That's amateur thinking. And we don't want to be amateurs, right? I struggle with the concept of journaling consistently. Yeah, but that's one of the hardest things in trading because it feels fruitless and it feels tedious and it feels like it doesn't get you anywhere and doesn't do anything because it doesn't feel like anything in the moment. That's the thing with journaling. That's the thing with most things in life, honestly. But journaling especially is when you journal, when you take a trade and you journal, you're like, all right, I already made money. Why the fuck do I need to journal? Especially if you're winning a trade. If you win or not losing a trade. If you lose trades, bro, you've already lost. So that feels bad in itself. And then writing down your loss, again, it's just re-experiencing the loss. That's why journaling losses is so much harder. But you have to do it, bro. You have to do it. It's just, what can I say? There's no other thing I could say than, all right, you choose. Do you want to be profitable or not? If you want to be profitable, you got to get to journaling. If you don't want to be profitable, well, don't do it. It's as simple as that. And at some point, you got to come to terms with those two options that you have. I only did 0.15 lot through one trade, Bardo, with a tight stop in case it continued down the pullback. Well, I mean, what's that? 0.15 lot, 100 pips. Is that $1,000? No, it's not $100,000. That's $100, right? I think that's $100. Yeah, man. Okay, we're pushing, chat. We're pushing. This is good. Might look to get a sell right here very soon. Let me see what the sells will look like. All right, boys, I'm gonna have a sell limit here on gold. So stop loss at 3284.441. TP at 3248.564. All right, just a sell limit off of that decision area right there. All right, boys, let's see if we get activated here. Hopefully we can. This is good. The next hourly just opened up with no top wick, which is amazing. Let's hope we get tapped in here, chat. Oh, the 1 hour just flipped. Might have missed this entry by a few pips, by 20 pips, which is not ideal. Never mind, we might get entered still. Let's hope this is not some externally pushed. Let's hope this is not externally pushed, because if it is, then we're doomed. Let's hope this is just liquidity, tapping into liquidity pool above here. Let's hope this is pure price action, basically. I don't think it's having a hard time here, chat. It's having a hard time here. What is the limit set at? The limit is set at 3266.485, 489. But oh, I don't think we're getting a chat. It keeps on rejecting here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm surprised he didn't grab this high though. Very surprised. Very, very, very surprised. Come on now. Look at that. Look at that 80 pip 1 minute candle. Oh my days, bro. The charts these days is not something to play around with. All right, we're tapping into the decision area, chat. Let's see. Let's see. Tapping into decision area with force, which you have done in the past before. All right, we're tapped in here, chat. We're tapped in here. Why does this keep being like that? All right, boys. Let's see now. Let's hope this is not a. So we're tapping into decision area right now, and on the decision area, as you guys know, one of two things can happen. Either we push very hard or we reject very hard. Now I'm expecting a rejection here, but the case might be that we push very hard because, again, one of two things can happen. As you guys see here, you pushed very hard, rejected very hard, rejected very hard, rejected, pushed, rejected, rejected, pushed, rejected, pushed, etc. So, again, we'll see what happens. But we're ready for anything. U5 just opened. You in? Yes, I'm in. What losses do you usually work with? You don't mind sharing? Depends on how big my stop loss is. So it could be anywhere from 1 to 3 to 4. It depends on how big my stop loss is. The bigger the stop loss, the smaller the lot size. But I risk 1% per trade. Around 1% per trade. And then if I need to have a 100 pip stop loss, I use the lot size, which makes the 100 pip stop loss a 1% loss. All right, boys, let's hope. We have currently very strong bullish pressure. So we have created imbalances below. It does look like it's not caring about imbalances, and this seems to be a externally pushed move. Let's see. All right, no news. All right, tapping into a strong area on the 4. Again, if we close above here, then buys. It's looking real nice as well. We do need to see a big rejection. Because a big push is followed by a big rejection. You rarely see balanced price action when you see moves like this. Okay. I think the decision area might have made a decision, chat, and the decision was not the decision we wanted. Jason DXY is dumping. You in? Yes, I'm in this trade. Would you buy from here? I wouldn't buy now. If I were to buy, I would have waited for a retest down. So that's what I'm going to wait for. But again, I'm probably like I shift my focus to buys. If we hit stop loss here, I'm going to shift my focus to buys. The reason for that is then we have officially crossed the decision area and we made a decision to pump. So then at least we know what the direction is. But yeah. We'll see what happens here. Again, we were ready. We entered the position. We were ready for whatever happened. But we reassess and we see. Let's see. If we get a big rejection here, that wouldn't be... I mean, the stop loss is there for a reason. Once we hit stop loss, then that direction has shifted to bullish for sure. Because this is the highest you'll reject. If you don't reject here, then you're not going to reject at all. We got some emotional men in chat. Glad to see that. We need those as well. I'm glad you're doing your part for the women. All right. I mean, we have so few women in this stream, so somebody's got to become one. What's the stop loss? 3,284.4. So 3284.4. All right, that's the first couple of bearish 1 minute candles. The 5 minute also flipped bearish. Let's see now. Again, guys, if you have your risk management intact, this is no problem. I have my risk management intact, so I'm only down. Where's my account? I'm only down 0.5% or 0.4%. So again, if you have your risk management intact, shouldn't be a problem. Drawdown is just a part of the game. But if you over risk, then I do see why you guys are stressing. All right, probably looking to hit stops here. I mean, stop loss should be reacted the same as TP, no motion. Exactly. Exactly. Whether this is TP or stop loss, the reaction would have been the same. It's a part of the strat, it's part of the game. But again, we'll see here what happens. We are okay. The 1 minute is, we're losing bullish volume here, so at least that's with us. And the 30 and the 30 hasn't closed yet, or the 1 hour, so we don't have any higher time frame closures against us. And we do have imbalances below. So once we start filling those imbalances, I don't think we'll really stop. But again, this could still take us out. And it's more likely to take us out than come back to break even. So no hope yet. But there's, I mean, even though it's pushed so far, when it taps the decision area, that's what happens, right? It doesn't care for imbalances. But again, the decision area is still on the higher time frames. Okay, that's a 1 minute flip. The 1 minute's having a hard time closing bearish. So what you're seeing right now is you're seeing the 1 minute's flip the last couple of seconds, and that's usually a bad sign. Or it's not a bad sign, it's a bullish sign. When the 1 minute has a hard time closing bearish. And flips the last couple of seconds. All right, we got the 50-minute closure in 40 seconds. Let's see. Will we hit stops here? Should we still take it? I didn't enter yet. Right now, with the bullish pressure, I wouldn't say. I mean, that's not my trade. If you enter now, that's not my trade. That's not a trade that I would take. So I can't tell you if you should enter now or not. I'd be looking for buys. In my case, I'd be looking for buys. I think that's, once with stop loss, that's an indication that we have chosen the direction on gold, which is a bullish direction because you tapped into that decision zone and then pumped. All right, we got the 15 closure. Just because the stop loss is smaller now. But you will probably hit stop loss. Like, there's no point, right? You'll probably hit stop loss. You haven't seen any signs of bearish price action. The only thing you have is you have an imbalance below. But that imbalance could get filled tomorrow. Or that imbalance could get filled in a few hours. This could keep pushing. And then the imbalances get filled. Like, we never know when the imbalances get filled. So there's no confidence. Just entering based off of that you should get a better entry and a smaller stop loss is not valid, I'd say. All right, I think this is the stop loss. Where we hit stop loss here, chat. The continuation of the 1 minute trend. Just joined the stream. What was the reason for the sells? It was a decision area. So again, decision areas, chat, like I said, decision areas are very simple plays. Decision area plays are a 50-50 play, but with a better R. So like if we were to see profit here, we would increase this R. But that's what a decision position is. So it's a 50%, it's a 0.5% win rate play with a positive RR. Let's see if we got any comps on the other plays. No comps there. No comps. No comps. Okay. I'm asking so much to understand the psychology of a profitable trader. Of course, man. Yo, ask away. That's what I like to see. I want people to ask. That's how you learn. The people who ask the most are the people who learn the most. It's very simple. Very simple equation. And again, I'm more than happy to answer questions. That's why I'm streaming in the first place. In terms of buys, where should I be looking to enter? Buys on gold. I would say off a retest of the decision area. Somewhere in this area right here. I'd look to enter. But that's if we hit stop loss. If we don't hit stop loss, then that entry is not going to be valid. Alright, I guess the 1 hour is not, the 1 minute is not breaking trend. Since the 1 minute is not breaking trend, I don't think there's any point. Or any point of anything we can see that gives us any bullish, bearish incentive. Because if the 1 minute broke trend, then obviously we'd start to at least See some bearish movement, but now the 1 minute is just retesting. And once you break these lows, you'll see waterfall. But so far, I don't think you're gonna see any bearish movement. All right, I think we're gonna hit stops here, chat. One minute retesting the trend line again. Love your energy, man. Keep at it. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Of course, same energy when we win, same energy when we lose. That's trading. It's a system. It's not a win or lose game. It's just a system. We're just following the system. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. Or sometimes we TP, sometimes we stop loss. I usually depend on the fib, but recently it's not just working at all. Thank you for spreading knowledge, man. I appreciate it. No worries, man. My pleasure. Why is the stop loss at 32.84? That's above the decision area, but that's also this area of rejection up here. So that's the last area of rejection. Meaning if you don't reject here, there's no, you shouldn't reject anywhere else. Then you're like officially bullish. Like I said, rejected the trend lines. Rejected at the trend line. So the 1 minute is still not breaking trend. Now I have a crystal ball. It will be reversing about now. I don't think your crystal ball. I think you have to change your crystal ball, man. Or maybe clean it. I think you have to clean your crystal ball. Because it's misinformation. Should have thought. Wait, I got a DM. Did it stops? Nope, still hasn't hit stops. All right, that's stop loss, boys. I lost what did I lose? I lost 1 point. No, not even that. I lost 0.9% on this trade. Still up from Friday though, so we're good. But yeah, decision area position. So what happened was, again, as you guys know, decision area positions have 2% or two ways of playing out. Either you dump hard or you pump hard. In this case, we pumped hard. But now we know the direction on gold at least. So now we know that our bias is bullish, and we're gonna look to grab some buys in the coming during this day instead. Let's see. Will you look for a retracement? Yeah, I'll probably look for buys. Shitty crystal ball. 1 minute is retracing and keep rebreaking the highs. I guess the shit ain't stopping to wait around 90, 91 levels. Yeah, more than likely. Let's see where the next rejection area is, chat. Yeah, next rejection area is up here. So next rejection area is around up here. So that's the area we'll tap into next. And then once we tap into that area, we'll see some sort of, let's see, once we cross this, crossed it, pushed, cross it, push. You see a pretty big push, man. Honestly, Chad, you should see at least a 500, 600 pip push. Hopefully we get a retracement so we can enter that push. But yeah, we should see a pretty big push here, boys. Do you think this pump will just go up and fill the gap at 325 then fall back? $25. Where do you see 25? What do you mean by 325? 3,325. No, I think you're tapping. You're probably just gonna. Yeah, I mean that's the zone that you're looking at. You have the next decision area you're looking at is up here, guys. So the next decision area is right here. So that's the next time we can take the same position. But until then, we're just gonna look for no wick plays and compensation plays and flip plays. You still blue bear markets? Yes. UJ 30 minute. UJ 30 minute. Yeah, no, that comp is way overdue, bro. Also, it's already like you got the Omar entry on it. Got the Omar entry on it earlier, so it's already an invalid comp. The reason it's invalid is because it already made the move that we're trying to catch. So it already came down and made the Omar entry and then pumped. So that's an invalid play. Yeah, no comps. Again, the London session seems to be the best session for comps. So if you guys are not pulling up the London session for Discord on Discord, you guys are missing out. That's probably the best session that we have right now for the compensation play because we're not getting into comps during New York. I'm realizing on any pairs. One hour time frame. What about the 1 hour time frame? Is the Omar entry set to 2 pips or can you also enter 3 pips earlier? You can also enter 3 pips earlier. The Omar entry just means entering earlier. It's not a pip count. So it doesn't matter if it's 2 pips, 3 pips. It just means that you enter a bit earlier than usual. We're tracing after stop loss. Damn. Well, that's usually what happens. That's usually what happens. And like if it retraces afterwards or right as it taps it or it keeps going, that doesn't matter. Like stop loss is stop loss, and like when it retraces does not matter at all. 1 hourly gap you think will fill today? You're talking about the gap it just made, or are you talking about up here? What do you think about layering entries? I'm not a fan of it. If you need to layer entries, why not just enter at the best position? Right, let's say you have 3 entries. Why not just enter in the middle of them? Up above, if I think we're going to fill today. No, I don't think we're going to fill it today. I think the 4 hour is probably going to reject somewhere here. It's going to reject. Again, it's an iffy area because you don't know where, but somewhere here the 4 hour is going to reject, and you're going to start seeing a push down. But like we said on the daily chat, the daily did look like it wanted to reverse today. It started respecting the lows. It stopped breaking the lows. It started creating highs. So the daily looked good to come up. Ooh, can enter a flip play here, chat. If we re-break these highs, I'm enter the flip play here. These highs right here. What's the flip play? It's a play for my playbook. Oh, you're gonna flip without breaking the highs? Yeah, we're not getting the flip play, chat. Unfortunately, I think it's going to flip here. We wanted to break the highs because that'll be the liquidity. Break the highs, tap into this area, and then once we tap into this area, we could have gotten this flip play. Let's hope it pushes here. Let's hope it pushes here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, if we don't, this is the last play we're going to get. If we get it, we'll stay and we'll look to catch this position. If we don't get it, if this flips before breaking the highs, I will call it a day here and end stream. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll take on the chin today and we'll come back tomorrow. All right, that's the flip. All right, boys, that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching that stream. Unfortunately, we flipped. We were about to get this flip play, but we flipped before breaking the highs. And whatever happens now happens. Close the charts. If you're done, I'm done trading for today, so I'm gonna close the charts. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do everything else that I need to do. You guys should do the same. And we'll be back tomorrow, fresh, with a fresh mind on the charts, looking to catch some more plays from the playbook. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Join the Discord. Don't forget London session tomorrow with Omar. I think tomorrow. I don't know. Is Omar gonna be live tomorrow? Let's see. I think he said something. Wasn't able to stream to give you guys. I think tomorrow he's gonna. Okay, yeah, tomorrow he's gonna be streaming London session. So be on Discord and you guys can catch some beautiful compensation plays. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you boys, yeah, tomorrow, same place, same time. Yeah. All right. QTC on top, boys. Peace out. Also, get a funded account. Next level funded. Link in bio. Use code BD, big B, big D, 35 for 35% off. You could also get a 20K account for $20. Right now, the promo is live. So go to nextlevelfunded.com and get yourself an account so you can trade tomorrow with Omar live on Discord. Anyways, boys, peace out.